Alright, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to Madrid Hub again. I'm your host, Dr. JOTA, and today we have to start off again with Kylian Mbappe and the video that went viral yesterday from TikTok. And let me show you, you have it right here in front of y'all. I cannot play it though just because of the copyright stuff, but let me tell you something. It's a play during the game between PSG and Juventus de Turin, okay? So here you can see the Messi carrying the ball up, right? Like super fast and passing it to Kylian Mbappe. And then Kylian Mbappe goes through with the ball, right? He escapes away from the defense of Juventus. He's getting closer to the goal. And right here, okay, Neymar is going to show up to wait for the ball and, not pass, just shoot to target and score, right? Well, Kylian Mbappe decided another thing. He went the other way, and what he did is this. He tried to finalize the play by himself, and this is what happened. Look at the ball. Very far away from the goal, and look at Neymar because he's coming up, as you can see here with the red circle, and this video has gone viral just because of this face of Neymar. It's a face saying like, man, how in the world didn't you see me? I mean, it's completely unbelievable. I was completely out of the mark. I was completely alone to score, and you didn't pass me the ball. So this is another thing that is going to help out the drama to fire up and see. Let's see how this thing ends. But to me, it's gotta be very, very bad for them. Yeah, it's gotta be very, very bad for them. I mean, it's not good though. I mean, it's not very good, and of course, it's not going to help to the relationship between Neymar and Kylian Mbappe. And as far as Kylian Mbappe, with all the things that are happening right now, I mean, with the Hakimi video as well, and the lawsuit that he has won against the guy that insulted him in social media. I mean, his public image is plummeting. I mean, it's going down to the basement, literally. Okay, so here you have the next news. The next news is about Endrick, right? I mean, Endrick, for the first time in a while, has utilized his Twitter to respond to a guy who was hinting the possibility for him to join Milan or PSG. And the reason for that is because he was attached to Wagner Ribeiro. Wagner Ribeiro was supposed to be his agent, and the guy replied this way: how is that? My agents are my parents and TFM. Only them can talk about my plans. I've never visited the PSG or Milan. I don't have any date for my debut, nor date, nor exit or whatever. And I haven't been ever this happy in Palmeiras, right? So don't believe all the things that you hear about me. So basically, Endrick is pretty much trying to diminish or to say no to two teams that are Milan and PSG, but not Real Madrid. You know what I'm saying? So if he's not saying no to Real Madrid, if he's not mentioning to Real Madrid, it is because his main target might be Real Madrid, not any other team, right? I mean, neither PSG nor Milan. We will have to wait a little bit more though, because I'm not quite sure what his intentions are for the future, but for me, this guy will end playing for Real Madrid, or he will become a real target from Real Madrid really soon. Problem is right now he cannot come and play in Europe, right? So we will have to wait a couple years. But other than that, man, I think we're good. And I think that Yul Calafat really knows this guy, and he really knows what to do with this guy in the future. But I don't know, we will have to wait a little bit more and see if Endrick might end playing for Real Madrid. That is something completely... In soccer, man, you cannot say anything. You cannot give something for sure. You cannot assume anything or whatever, right? Yes, you can. So now let's go with FC Barcelona, because yesterday it was released by La Liga, the salary caps of all of them. And something caught our attention, okay? The attention from everybody. Right now, Barcelona, as you know, has been doing a lot of stuff to be able to sign players, selling stuff, selling assets, things like that, right? So what it was completely unexpected for them, though, it was they were going to have the same, almost the same salary cap than Real Madrid, right? So when we found out they had almost the same salary cap than the Real Madrid, which is 600 billion or 600 million euros or something like that, a lot of people out there say, hey, hold on. How these guys, how in the world is this possible? How in the world can FC Barcelona has the same salary cap than Real Madrid when everybody knows they are broke? I mean, it's completely impossible. Well, let me tell you that Tebas, okay, has slowed down a little bit the euphoria of these guys just because he explained really quick and really well why Barcelona has the same salary cap than Real Madrid, which is due to the selling, okay, the massive sales that they have done this summer in assets. I mean, they have gotten rid of a lot of assets, and that is the only explanation, that is the only reason why these guys have been able to sign players and also has the same salary cap. But Tebas warned the FC Barcelona supporters, fans, president and staff, FC Barcelona has to reduce the salaries or the expenses in salaries that they have now, because otherwise they would haven't been able to sign, okay, any player without selling assets. That is basically what Tebas is saying. I don't quote here because it's not exactly the same, but that is essentially what he was trying to highlight, okay? So for y'all that know exactly what's going on with FC Barcelona. So that is the news, because a lot of people out there were like, oh my God, we are the best ones. We're doing the same stuff than Real Madrid. And it's not true. It's simply not true, okay? It is simply not true. Now, a very, very, very good news, guys. Very good news as far as Rainier. As you know, after a long path under the tunnel, he is finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, right? And I'm saying this just because Reinier Jesus scored the first goal in La Liga, his first goal in La Liga after two unsuccessful years in Borussia Dortmund. Okay, for the first time yesterday in the second half, in the second 45 minutes of the game against Valladolid, he found the goal, and he found for the first time he scored one goal. So what does that mean for Real Madrid? I mean, it is pretty good news. Let me tell you something. First one, it is good for Real Madrid because it is good for him. Now he can regain all the confidence lost in himself and restart again his soccer, his football, his skills, the whole stuff, right? That's number one. Number two, it is good for us because if the player gains value again, we might whether sell the player, okay, for a profit or something, or utilize him for the first team. I'm not quite sure about this second one just because we have a bunch of players in the midfield, but if the player succeeds and highlight and outstand everybody and outperform everybody, I think that he might have a spot in Real Madrid. But other than that, if we cannot utilize the player, we always can sell the player for a reasonable amount of money, right? So to me, it is a good business if we consider the player has been off the grid for 2 years, right? So it's still a very good news for Real Madrid for different reasons and purposes. So that is as far as Rainier Jesus. Now, I have to talk about, more stuff regarding to Kylian Mbappe. For all those of y'all who don't know, Kylian Mbappe filed a lawsuit months ago regarding to a Twitter message, a tweet or something from a guy who called him, you can see here, I'm not going to translate because I don't want any trouble, but as you can imagine, it's a very racist comment, a very, very racist comment. Awful comment, horrible, nasty comment about him. But the point here is basically the highlight. The player is getting more and more hate, is getting more and more nasty comments and nasty opinions after his decisions, right? What he did to Real Madrid, the video with Hakimi, the video about him in the press conference laughing about the trains and airplanes and stuff like that. all these kind of cocky things, because he's very cocky right now, are playing in a very negative way against himself, right? And that's why he's getting more and more and more hate. And I'm sorry, but it's the truth. I mean, it's very, very true. So, I mean, I would like to say otherwise, but the player right now, he won. Basically, the sentence has ruled in his favor, right? Has fell off in his favor. But let me tell you, he's getting a lot of blood and a lot bad and negative engagement, especially in the social media, but everywhere around. So I'm so sorry for Kylian Mbappe, but this is the consequence of doing the things in the wrong way, right? Because it's in the wrong way, not the right way, of course.